What's up, everybody? How's it going? Ooh, my Switch is making a lot of noise. Why, that always worries me for some reason. Like, I know it's normal. I mean, I hope it's normal. I just turned my Switch on, so... I don't know, if my Switch explodes before the Switch 2 comes out, I would be... very sad. Alright. I have not checked to see what we have on the table today, which is... Okay, I could do Esper. Alright, I could do Esper and try to get Meowstick. I mean, Meowstick can be its own Outbreak. What do we got here? Not a whole lot. Psyduck, Diglett. Oh. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Not again. Don't need you again, Tauros. Wow, there's nothing. Oh, there's... Oh, shit. It's Fido. I do need Dash Bun, chat. It's, cute little guy's Outbreak night, I guess, chat. No starters. I have the worst luck with them. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Okay. Let me check. I have Fido, but I do need Dash Bun. Alright. Let's do Dash Bun. Or Fido for Dash Bun. Why not? What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Oh, what did you play, Midnight? Oh, geez, they're all right here. This should be a good hunt. This should be, or a good hunt. A good Outbreak, I should say. Okay. We can get our toasted dog. And then maybe go do Esper for Meowstick. That should work, right? You play Double Dash? Awesome. My personal favorite Mario Kart. I would love to play it on the Switch. I wish they would re-release some of the old Mario Kart games. Like, I understand why they don't, because they want 8 to do well. It's probably that same mentality as to why Pokemon doesn't release, like, NSO or old games. Because they don't want to overshadow their current ones. But, like, man, I would love to not have to... Excuse me? I would love to not have to hook up my GameCube just to play Double Dash. Toadette and Paratroopa. The two Koopas are some of the best characters in the game. They're on like a tier list from Double Dash. I think they're legitimately two of the best characters. So many Scatterbug. How many do you have left to go? I'm hopeful that Scatterbug will be more available in PLZA? Question mark? I'm already looking forward to some shiny hunts in that game, mostly for Frau. You know, chat? As long as shiny hunting in that game isn't like some sort of nightmare or anything, I would be down to get every Furfrou cut. I wonder if they'll add some new cuts for Furfrou, actually. But I thought they were gonna do new Rotoms for like BDSP and they didn't. I guess that's kind of different though. New cuts is not like a new form. This is such a weird Pokemon League. Every time I come back over here, it's just like a grassy field full of like soft little baby Pokemon. Like, oh, they're about to fight the Pokemon League. Fill the fields with Igglybuff. That's a hell of a choice. This is such a weird game, man. This is such a weird game. Nothing more fearsome than Tandemaus and an Igglybuff. And then this one guy going through like a midlife crisis. He just bought a new motorcycle. What a weird choice. I know I think I asked, like, what is your least favorite Pokemon League? It's this one. I don't know how you could defend this one, truthfully. That's crazy. Yeah, the ultimate challenge, dude. Nothing's tougher, nothing's more scary than a bunch of Igglybuff, you know? Oh, man. And you have, like, it's supposed to be, like, epic wind noises. Like, it's just some stock wind noise. They don't even have, like, a music track. Which, in some cases, can absolutely work. Like, when it suddenly goes silent in a video game, that's usually, like, uh-oh. An indication that something epic or, you know, a boss is gonna show up or whatever. I don't know if it really fits a wide open grassy field with one guy and a bunch of Igglybuff. I mean, nothing against Igglybuff. But feels like one of those things that they really didn't have any more than like 5 minutes to think about. I remember when Fido is kind of like this Gen's Alcremie for me when it was I mean, I like Alcremie way more. But when Fido first got revealed, I didn't really care for it. But I've come to like it. I've come to like Fido more. I like Dash Bun better. It's funny because both of those Pokemon are food themed. Wait a second. I'm having a realization. They're both food themed. That's... Huh. Okay. What's up, Cacturn? Yeah, they're both food themed. That's weird. Yeah, and fairies. You're right. Yeah, you know what, Justin? When are we gonna get a food type gym leader? They could have Vanillux, Alcremie, Dash Bun, Scovillain. I mean, I guess Alvin. No, I almost said I said Alvin. Arvin. Sorry, I just always thinking about the chipmunks. Yeah, Alvin, Simon, and Theodore. Arvin. I meant to say Arvin. Arvin has a food team. But he's not a gym leader, so... he also has Cloyster, which... I don't think I'd want to eat a Cloyster, personally. Yuck. Only 4 spawning at a time? I hate outbreaks like that. pretty good. Like, I really wish this game had a jukebox. I could do without just having wind noises. Like, this is a good Outbreak, even if this area is absolutely bizarro. Oh yeah, Swirlix. How could I forget about Swirlix? I love Swirlix. Gosh, this might be like the same. I've heard this stock wind noise. What freebie sound library did the sound team get this from? Oh yeah, they announced Marshadow. They're never gonna have Manaphy ever, are they? Manaphy and Arceus found dead in a ditch. That's crazy. Only had 2 good Outbreaks? That's so annoying. Especially since, to me, whenever there's a bad Outbreak, it feels unintentional. Like, I don't think they designed any of these Outbreaks to purposely have, like, 2 guys spawn. I think it's just... da-da-da-da-da-da, part of Scarlet and Violet. So I don't know, it pisses me off. I'm gonna save again. Yeah, this area just has no music. It's kind of a shit place to... Epic wind sounds amongst a field of bread dogs. The fields of bread dog. EV train for speed, man. I can't imagine manually EV training anymore. You guys manually EV train? Oh, hey, there's some music. The wind is still playing. The wind sound effect is still going. They were very proud of it. And his mother is very proud. I just buy vitamins. Like, I cannot be bothered to manually EV train anymore. It's just so boring. And I find it harder to keep... Like, it's easier to just buy... What is it? 24, 25 vitamins and... just do boom, 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 boom. I mean, not that there's anything I really need to EV train for anymore. I haven't done competitive. I guess on the rare occasion, I make a raid Pokemon. I don't know, maybe because I never buy anything in this game. I just sell all my ability patches and everything. Money's never been a problem. "25 quick battles? 25 is not my definition of quick." But hey, whatever works for you. I do kind of miss the thrill of EV training, and then when your Pokemon levels up, you see the big gains. That was always satisfying. You did that with Horde battles. Beta Wooper. I gotta let the people know. I gotta let them know what's up, you know? I mean, that's a big ask. People don't ever even read the title, let alone the tags, so... I'm probably expecting too much, but... You know... I bet they could do a... There's a million different ways you could design a Fido form, by the way. This Pokemon is, like, perfect. You could do, like, a cinnamon bread version. You could do a toasted version. Well, I guess Dash Bun is pretty toasted. You could do, like, buttered bread. Spicy bread. Make it into a tortilla. What's up, Top? They locked the third page of research for Poipole. I hate Poipole's name. Every time I say Poipole, I feel like a... I feel like I'm on, like, Dora the Explorer. Poipole. What's the dumbest Pokemon name, chat? And why is it Poipole? It just, it's one of those words that auto gives you an accent. Poipole. Hey, I'm Poipole here. Bagon. Bagon. Poipole. I always say Naga because I can't, like, its full name is a mouthful. So, Poipole and its evolution both have shit names. Burrito Fido? That would go hard. Hoagie Man. I love when people say Pokemon. As a former Pokemoner myself, I get a kick out of it. Hey, you! It's Poipole! Shiny Fido kind of looks like it has mustard on it. Oh yeah, speaking of Professor Willow, chat, he had his official anime debut. It was very weird and contrived. He just kind of shows up and it's like, oh hey, it's Professor Willow. There he is. Has anybody watched the new dub, chat? Mario. I sure do love playing Mario. Yeah, he was kind of like, you know when they had like guest celebrities on Arthur that had way too much detail and they were kind of freaky looking? That's kind of what Professor Willow had going on. He was like a celebrity on Arthur. Aw, that's cute, Chad, that you don't instantly pirate it. You know you guys don't actually have to have a subscription, and that you can probably go find it on Kiss Cartoon right now. Life hack, don't pay for any subscription service. Especially since they're all, it's just like, we're coming full circle to where they're all just packaging you back cable. We're just regressing into cable TV, where you have to have a million different streaming services just to watch everything. But fun fact about the new dub, chat, is that it's all union. It is all union voice actors. So there's a lot of new people coming into dub characters. Like the old guy that's part of the ship crew. His voice actor is the guy that voiced the original Lion-O from Thundercats. That's very funny. Thunder. Thunder. He came back and did some voices in 2011 Thundercats too. That guy's great. But I just thought that was interesting. I hate that this Pokemon always looks shiny. No, you're not. Yeah, I got a Fido Outbreak. I have Fido, but I need Dash Bun. So if I get a Fido, I can evolve it and be done with that line. I don't know, maybe I should watch the first episode just to see how it is. They retained the lady that voiced Ash after Veronica Taylor. She still does like specific Pokemon. Like she voices Caterpie. Can you imagine that being your on your voice resume? Oh yeah, I voiced Caterpie. I don't even mean that in like a sarcastic way. I genuinely mean that's like awesome. I wish I voiced Caterpie. She's living my dream, actually. It's like watching the old original run of the dub of Pokemon, and you could hear like all the voice actor, like Eric Stewart was like Poliwhirl and Pupitar. There was a bunch of Pokemon you could tell. Oh, I ran into the fearsome Igglybuff, chat. Let's hope Mushy Mush can escape. Let's get out of here before Igglybuff takes me down. I hate when it becomes night in this game because everything looks shiny. The lighting change always messes with me, always. Cleffa's cuter than Igglybuff. My chat does not like Igglybuff. And it makes me sad. Like, I probably do like Cleffa more than Igglybuff, but I do like Igglybuff. I don't know why Igglybuff's got so many haters out there. It is not even by far the worst baby. What do you mean it has an ugly face? What do you even mean? It's just a little round baby. It just has eyes and a swirl and little hands. What is wrong with Igglybuff? Who is the worst baby? Who's the worst baby Pokemon, chat? Why not? Toxel. I kind of want to say Mantike. I don't know. I've always wished that Mantine had an evolution instead of a baby. Magby, y'all are wildin' right now. Smoochum, wow. Chat literally completely incorrect. Bonsley? Wow. Y'all are listing all the good babies and not Mantike. That's crazy. Hepini. I could actually kind of see an argument for Hepini. I kind of see the argument for Hepini. Mantike is just a nothing burger Pokemon. It doesn't have a good shiny. It's not particularly cute. It just exists. I mean, but Mantine is dog shit. Mantine is your sad case from Gen 2 where it just is a completely dog shit Pokemon. If anything, Mantine needs like a pair. Mantine would have been a great choice for a Paradox. You could have either turned it into a robot Ray or done something like absolutely buck wild prehistoric with it. Nobody said Munchlax. Nobody said Pichu. There really is not a ton of babies. Give it legs. Just give it a human pair of legs. That would unironically fix it. That would unironically fix it. Okay. What about a Zooral? I'm not saying I don't like a Zooral. Nobody said Chingling. Yes, I did just Google a list. Riolu. You would get booed in the street if you said Riolu. Not by me, but everybody else. But Dew is okay. Nobody said Tyrogue. Yeah, why does Hepini have kind of like pants? It's kind of weird. I don't know. Looking at a list of them, I stand by Mantike. I don't know. Chingling is kind of fun. I've always liked Chimecho. Chimecho is one of those Pokemon. It's like Farfetch'd or Lapras, where it inherently feels rare because it was like a 5% spawn in the gen it debuted in. Also, it's just a very appropriate Pokemon for that area in Gen 3. The where all the graves are. I don't know. Honestly, none of the babies even if I dunk on Mantike, I don't hate it. It is a Pokemon, you know? Sometimes you just be a Pokemon. Sometimes you just kind of be a Pokemon. I also like that there's not a ton of babies. It's another group. It's like the evolutions where they've shown a surprising amount of restraint. There's not like 5 in every generation. They'll just completely skip gens for new babies a lot of the time. And that's fine. Baby Scyther? Oh man, speaking of beta whooper, we were originally gonna get a ton of babies. Lots and lots of babies. And for better or for worse, they cut them all. Most of them, anyway. I really liked Baby Tangela. Not maggots. Sometimes, look, if you want one of the best baby designs in the world, look at the Baby Buzz from Neopets. That's a cute grub. I am the Buzz's strongest warrior. Yeah, Baby Meowth was really cute. Baby Vulpix and Growlithe were very cute. It's a shame that we lost all those beta Pokemon. Seasonal Buck with the raid! What's up, everybody? Thank you, thank you. We are shiny hunting Fido right now. Yeah, I think Baby Tangela was my favorite one that they deleted, unfortunately. Is Magby the only fire baby? I think it is. They're so disrespectful to fire types, chat. There's literally only one fire baby. So disrespectful. That's why they should have kept baby Vulpix and Growlithe for that reason alone. Why are they so skimpy with fire types, chat? I will never understand this. In other similar franchises like Yu-Gi-Oh, you have tons of archetypes based around pyro monsters and fire monsters, and then maybe we'll get a small handful per gen. It's so sad. Baby Girafarig was interesting. I kind of miss, I like Farigiraf, but old school Girafarig's design where it had an evil horse in the back instead of just a tail was really funny. I really wish this area had music. The wind howling has gotten very old. I love how they put a radio in the Blueberry DLC that only is for that room. Thanks, guys. You're gonna put a lot of fire types in your fan region? Good. Good, Midnight. I'm happy to hear that. Justice for fire types. Justice for fire types. Yeah, it is so useless. It's like, why did they even bother? Why did they even bother? It makes me really sad, too, because that would have been a great feature. I would love to play, like, the Kitakami music right now. Like, that would be great. Like, this game has a lot of bland route music. Being able to play whatever I want instead of having to listen to it would have been great. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Braylon. The best beta Pokemon was the wolf in sheepskin. There were some really good ones. How do you think they decided which one stayed and which one goes? I really liked the old beta shark Pokemon. Like, it was kind of giving Sharpedo, but it had like a sick like anchor on it. I just want another shark Pokemon. Like, Garchomp's my favorite Pokemon for a reason. It's the best of both worlds. It is a shark, and it is a dragon. Like, that's beautiful. Makes me shed a tear. I really liked the evolution for Ditto, too. I'm sad that we lost that. I mean, Ditto's perfect. That one I actually understand why they cut. I understand why they cut an evolution of Ditto, because what do you do with it? All Ditto does is transform. Like, that's Ditto's whole gimmick, so... If it evolves, does it just transform and have better stats, I guess? Yeah, Top, there really is not a lot of themed music in this gen. I'm telling you, when they pick a region, when they pick like a real world place to base a gen off of, it's very superficial. It is very surface level. Converted into Smeargle. Well, Smeargle rules, so I'm fine with this. Something I made up. Well, I would have believed you. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in Gen 1 that went over to Gen 2, so... I would have honestly believed you. The audacity. They should have given... Camera Up could have had a cool paradox form. I know it has a Mega Evolution, but counterpoint, I don't like its Mega Evolution. So it should have had a cool paradox. Camera Up and Sharpedo both got done dirty. I hate to see it. I'm really surprised. I mean, not only did Togekiss not get anything, but it's not even in this game. I'm surprised Togekiss didn't get a paradox. It would have been... Togekiss would have been a perfect one for Violet. Turn it into like a futuristic jet plane, like its original design was meant to be. What's up, Mikey? Oh, well, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Do they still have bots up for 3DS? Did they shut down online for 3DS? I don't even remember. Link Between Worlds. I never played that. I've actually not really played a lot of 2D Zelda games. I'm very much like, I prefer the 3D version. I'm like that with Sonic. I'm like that with Mario. I just am almost always going to prefer a 3D version. Same thing with Zelda. But I have not played a lot of 2D Zelda. I know they're all... Each one is beloved in its own way. Oh yeah, happy Mario Day, chat. Yahoo! Yippee! Actually, I have seen a lot of Mario games are on sale. So if you've ever wanted to pick up like Mario Kart 8 or like the tennis one or any of those, they're all on sale today. Yahoo! Hi, hello. 1,000-Year Door. That's another one I never played any of the... Well, I played a little bit of 1,000-Year Door, actually. Wait, was that the... No, is that the one I played? Anyway, didn't really get into Paper Mario. A memory card, that's funny. Has anybody tried the Peach demo out for the new Peach game? I've been meaning to actually download it. I might try it out. I don't know. Remove the CD from the GameCube and it wouldn't have any problems? That's insane. Huh? I wish I had played Animal Crossing when I was a kid. I'd probably have a much more better appreciation for the franchise if I did. Ugh. If any of these Igglybuff are shiny. LOL. It's weird because I do have, like... Because of Smash, I have some nostalgic memories of, like, Tom Nook and, like, KK Slider from their trophies, even though I never played Animal Crossing until New Horizons. I used to really like going through all the trophies in Smash, like, all the time. I did it in 64, I did it in Melee, I did it in Brawl. So it's weird. Some characters I have like a nostalgia for, even though I've never played their games. Or played their games when I was an adult. I mean, you can still get nostalgia when you're an adult, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I always heard New Leaf was the best one, yeah. I mean, that's everybody telling me how great New Leaf was, and me seeing how much people love New Leaf in the franchise is what made me want to try New Horizons. Are you shiny, Mousy? No. Yeah, I've talked to death about this, but I did not really enjoy New Horizons very much. I thought it was kind of a boring, empty game. Like, if they weren't coasting on, like, past success and had a bunch of lovable characters, I feel like we would have had a Pokemon Scarlet Violet situation. Also, that game came out right as the pandemic started, so Nintendo was gifted the greatest gift of them all. Also, once you play something like, I don't know, Stardew Valley, which is a literal masterpiece of a video game, like, it's all I kept thinking about. Like, the fishing is more fun in Stardew. The base building, or the decorating is more fun in something like Stardew. I cannot wait for the Stardew update. I will be seated. I will be seated. I also really did not like all the terrain stuff. The terrain stuff, like building and digging. Why was there no grid system? Like, if you're gonna have, and I feel this way about any base building, like, where you could terraform. Same thing with, like, Pal World. Where is the grid? I do not like placing down, like, foundations, and then I look and one of them is crooked. That makes me want to scream. Please, if you are going to have any sort of, like, placement for stuff in your game, have a grid system. Have where you can have snapping and turn it off. I want to actually see a grid. Also, the amount of times I accidentally, like, would either dig or build up and then had to go back over and fix it. Ugh. Why is Appleton so beloved? What don't you like about Appleton? It's an apple dragon. I feel like I feel like that single descriptor is why it's liked. I mean, I like it way more than falapple. I feel like Appleton is way more popular than like falapple. Hello. I don't know, I remember playing through New Horizons and talking about like other people having incredible bases. I feel like so much of Animal Crossing was like RNG. Like, you better hope the shop has something you actually want today, otherwise, you know, unless you time skip. Like, it was just clunky. Getting items you actually want for your island and for your house was annoying. The shop was too small. And then you had to wait around for things like balloons and with like flower crossbreeds. You had to wait around. Like, it was just all luck. It was all RNG trash. Oh, I know, but it's like that kind of stuff is like should be in a mobile game you pay to win, not a $60 video game. I don't know, the island itself just felt so empty. And then when they started adding, like, beloved characters, I could give less of a shit. Like, I don't care about the coffee pigeon. Sorry. I do care about this shiny Fido, though. Oh, no, not you. Alright. I do care about this, toasted bread dog. Excuse me, fellas. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Thank you, bread dog. Oh, you're level 8. Oh my gosh, I forgot that they're so low level. This is the worst victory road of all time. This victory road is insanely trash. That's crazy. Nothing more fearsome than a level 7 Igglybuff before I go fight Gita. There we go. Alright, let's mark another one. I do have to evolve this. Smooth and moist to the touch. Ew. This thing probably collects dirt and dust and grime like crazy. Haha! Fido the Sleepy. That's cute. That's cute. Alright, I thought for sure it was gonna be sociable. Okay, 26. I actually had to go look that up. It evolves at level 26. Oh, one more. Look at it. Ruff, ruff, ruff. It literally just has like dog noises. We used to be a real country that had actual like weird noises for Pokemon. Now they're just actual stock animal sound effects. Alright, well there's 704, chat. Nice. Yeah, I've tried to get the Destiny mark before to no success. Yeah, we're playing Nintendogs now. Never excited about the idea of living on an island. Honestly, same. That's one thing I really like about Stardew, is when you boot up a new Stardew file, you can select from a bunch of different farms, which is really nice. Like, you're not stuck with one stock area. You could do, like, fishing. You can have a lot of ponds and water. You could do, like, for monsters to spawn, which is actually the worst one. But still, you could do it if you wanted to. Alright, let's go do Esper. How have they never brought Nintendogs and cats back, chat? Yeah, all the tools constantly breaking. They're like, let's take the worst. let's just, like, I don't mind the breakable weapons in, like, Breath of the Wild. Oh my god, I just, like, electric slid there. But the breakable tools in New Horizons were dreadful. Legitimately dreadful. Because you're not always fighting stuff in Breath of the Wild. You're, you know, you can do, and you can have tons of weapons. Like, if I'm digging up flowers and my shovel goes kaput, that's it. Yeah, there's lots of combat in Stardew. You can go into caves and fight enemies. There's multiple different cave systems and stuff like that. Different weapons. Yeah, that's crazy that tools didn't break in New Leaf and they were like, let's make it worse. Interesting decision. Ugh, and then... I don't think anybody plays Sunhaven, so this is just me talking to the void. But I've been waiting for Sunhaven to update for months. And then they come back with 2 new goddamn romanceable characters. The game is just... How about more content? Oh boy, there's a shark and a mermaid. Anyway. Like, can we stop with this fucking garbage? Just needed to rant about that. It's like, Sunhaven has like 50 romanceable characters, and they're about as deep as a kiddie pool. Like, how about we add like more content to the game? I don't know. I definitely can tell they're targeting a certain demographic with that type of stuff, and I don't appreciate it. Hello. Yeah, honestly, Mayor Lewis is a flop. There's a lot of flop men in Stardew. Like Pierre. Nobody sucks more than Pierre. Oh, man. Why is Esper, like, bolt away? Tomodachi Life. Wonder if they'll ever make another Tomodachi Life. That's like the new Animal Crossing. Like every time I see a Nintendo Direct, people are like manifesting a new Tomodachi Life. I never played it. Stardew's creator has been going to the live concerts for Stardew, and it is striking to me how much he looks like Shane. Eric looks just like Shane. It's crazy. Talk about a flop. Shane, not Eric. I don't get what people see in Shane. No, Shane is in the Stardew Shane. Look, chat, if you've never played Stardew Valley and that's the that's a maybe game that you think you could like, it's a phenomenal game. Shane's a miserable asshole. I do not like that character whatsoever. It's legitimately one of my favorite games of all time. It's so good. Yeah, probably Paul, actually. I mean, Pokemon is so tame. There aren't any real assholes in Pokemon. Outside, like, I don't know. What are we saying, like, people who are just mean or like actual villains? I kind of have a hot take, chat. One of the YouTubers I watch just put out, or I've watched some videos from, put out a Pokemon rival tier list. And of course he had Blue and S tier. But, like, people just like that character because he's kind of slightly rude. I don't know. Like, I like Blue. He's great. But I don't know if he's, like, the definitive Pokemon rival just because he's a little snotty. He's not even that, like, mean. Uh-oh, you said smell you later. Epic thing said by a 10-year-old. I don't know, and of course he had, like, Oraz Wally up there, and it's like, oh, your list is invalid. He had Brendan and May up high, too, and it's like, people blow so much smoke up of Oras's ass, that's crazy. Or asses. Mindy? I cannot even picture who this is. Who the hell is... Oh. I saw the Diamond and Pearl and I thought it was an anime character. That's funny, though. That's legitimately funny. If you're somebody that bitches about that, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's hilarious. I wish Pokemon would do more trolls. It's funny, actually. If you have a real problem with that, like... no fun allowed. I wish more Pokemon characters would troll the shit out of you. You know what? Speaking of the Giovanni Silver kid thing, I did see a really hysterical tweet the other day that was like, imagine if all the Giovanni is Ash's dad truthers were right and Silver was Ash's brother. That would have been so funny. Happy-go-lucky chatterbox Ash being brothers with grumpy daddy issues Silver. Oh, that's funny. I at one time was a Giovanni is Ash's dad truther. Just for the lulz. What's up, Silver? I've seen more Silver on my timeline than ever because of the Master's skin. People really like him in that suit. I have seen a lot of fan art. Silver's just cool. He probably is... I guess besides N, he would probably be my favorite rival. Ash coma theory. That's one of the worst ongoing bullshit theories of all time. What if Chucky and Tommy were in a coma the entire time? I'm glad I don't see many of those anymore. Why am I here? That's not what I meant to do. Moomin. Moomin is a cute character. I don't know, he had Nimona high on the list. He put Bianca low. Which, I don't know. Bianca is one of the few Pokemon characters I can think of that actually has a character arc. To put Brendan and May above Bianca is sacrilege. I think I've streamed Stardew before, but that was a long time ago. I don't know, that's a game I like to play to relax. could do a Archipelago of Pokemon in Stardew, though. I mean, most modern-day Pokemon rivals are friendly. That's why people blow smoke up Blue's ass so much, because he's one of the few mean rivals. It's like him, Silver, and like Bead. What's Bianca's arc? Bianca's arc is that her dad is cringe. Her dad is way overprotective and doesn't want her to go on a Pokemon journey. And so she basically has to prove herself and grow and change. And then Sharon is obsessed with getting stronger and strength and has that connection to Alder. I like Sharon and Bianca a lot. They're way more interesting than 90% of other Pokemon rival characters. But yeah, maybe if he was looking at it through the lens of like Bianca is not, I mean I still would consider her a rival. Yeah, Elisa. I mean, she's coming at it through the gym leader angle, but I mean, you want to talk about assholes in Pokemon, Bianca's dad. Bianca's dad. There we go. There's one. I hate that trope. I hate the overprotective father trope. I mean, they did well with it in the story, but that's never one of my, every time that trope shows up, it's like, I don't think Peony was necessarily overprotective. I think it was more, you know, his daughter is a teenager and he's cringe. That's how I read it anyway. Yeah, I'll check out Inside Out 2 when it comes out. Yeah, I like Peony a lot too. So funny how likable he is compared to his flop brother. He's like cringe, but he means well. He's cringe, but he's proud. And the fact that they made Penny his other daughter is so funny. Also, I like his team. His team is cool. And he's got a great battle theme. People always bring up Chairman Rose's goofy, over-the-top, unfitting theme, but nobody ever brings up Peony's really fun battle theme. That song is way better. Also, I liked Calyrex, too. It was nice to have a Pokemon that was, you know, an actual character instead of just something you catch and the story moves on. Which, obviously, they elaborated a lot more on it, on that type of thing in this game. But before that, it's hard to think of any Pokemon that were active characters in a Pokemon game. Instead of just props or tools, etc., etc. I've seen people try to do, like, recreating the Grimace shake, but with the chamois shake, the Shamrock shake. And it's gotta be said, they're so unfunny. It really has to be said that, these people are officially trying too hard and it's not funny. What's up, Two Heart? What are my thoughts on ZA? I am intrigued. I would like to see more. I'm intrigued, but I have some concerns. So there was, speaking of McDonald's, there's this really funny Yu-Gi-Oh! X Hello Kitty crossover kids meal toys in Belgium, of all places, for McDonald's. So it's Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all the Hello Kitty characters dressed as Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. So Pom Pom Purin is Exodia. Hello Kitty is Dark Magician, etc. I think Pochako was Time Wizard. But they're kind of like... They're like printed on top of a plush. Like, they're cute, but they also look super cheap. They really, like, modern Happy Meal toys are terrible. Like, they really... not to sound like, you know, old lady booper out here, but back in my day... Like, they don't even... Like, all the recent Pokemon promos they've had at McDonald's are just little plastic shit toys with something printed on them.
Here is a present for you.
Two Heart with a gift sub! Thank you, I appreciate it. Whoops. I posted too many Pikachus in bed. There we go. But it's just like, Happy Meal toys are so unbelievably cheap garbage these days. Like, long are the days of... Remember the dog? Where it was like a big-headed chibi dog? Or my all-time favorite, the Neopets plushies. And like, the Pokemon promos used to have figures. It's like, we don't even get that anymore. It's just cheap, plastic, complete garbage. Like, I don't know, it's just sad. There's just something quite sad about it. I remember, like, the Sonic, I think it was Sonic Heroes, you could get, like, a little screen, like, Tiger Electronics-esque game. Yeah, they really did start dropshipping Happy Meal toys. For real. I don't know, they just... They're just terrible now. It's crazy. What's up, Kat? But yeah, the pom-pom, like the pom-pom were the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hello Kitty toys are cute, but even then they're kind of cheap looking. Also, why Belgium? Do Belgians just really love Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hello Kitty? Man, that Burger King promo was an all-time great right there. Remember when McDonald's and like Burger King used to have toys you could buy, like the Rugrats watches or all the Disney plates? Like I had Hercules plates when Hercules came out, and they sold plates at McDonald's. You could get like Phil or Pegasus or Meg. I think I have a 101 Dalmatians Christmas ornament from McDonald's. And like obviously the Burger King gold-plated Pokemon thingies that they had. I wanted to say coins. They're not coins, but slabs. They don't ever do stuff like that anymore. Like, I do think it's funny that McDonald's has tried to have, like, adult Happy Meals. The children yearn for the actually good Happy Meals. Yeah, the gold cards, I guess you could call them that. I have Charizard. Yeah, nowadays, you go to, like, McDonald's or whatever, and it's like, here's some plastic thing. It's not a figure, it's not anything, it's just a plastic coin with a thing printed on it. I miss those Rugrats watches, chat. I remember how big those were. Everybody wanted to have a Rugrats watch. I always wanted the Reptar one. I don't know, that probably plays into the fact that a lot of McDonald's have gotten rid of play places, and most of the themed McDonald's have been wiped out or converted to that boxy modern look. Yeah, a toy you could get from a Kinder Egg. Men in Black figure made of a material that changed color based on its temperature. See, that's cool. That's cool. Nothing is more exciting to children than things that change color with temperature. Like, think about how big mood rings were. I think I have, like, 5 mood rings in a drawer somewhere from being a kid. From the childhood times. Yeah, I mean, a lot of play places, I don't know, I get it. Like, there was lots of reports on how they were barely cleaned and maintained, and I think when I was a kid, I remember my mom telling me that, like, people would just dump their kids there and leave. Which is terrible. Like, police had to be called because somebody just left their child at a play place. I don't know if anybody's ever sued over, like, little Timmy getting ouchie from falling or anything, but I understand why they've gotten rid of play places. Apparently they used to have birthday cakes. You could have like a birthday at McDonald's. I don't recall ever going to a McDonald's birthday party as a child. Yeah, I remember like McDonald's would always have the play places and Burger King would have like a Nintendo 64 or like a GameCube setup or a PlayStation 2. Wildly different time, man. Wildly different times. Also, what is that, like... What is that current promo McDonald's is doing right now? Their logo is, like, upside down and they have an anime commercial. Please don't boycott us, guys. We have anime. Oh, boy. I remember there was like a Japanese McDonald's commercial and people tried to make like a culture war shit out of it. Oh man. People don't bring their beautiful wife and their little child to McDonald's anymore and have a real good old-fashioned McDonald's meal. The West has fallen. I'm sad to say the culture, we've fallen. The West has fallen. Oh, man. On the water slide? Oh my god. Dang, he should have sued. If you ever have a great case against a big corporation, sue. Get every penny possible. Yeah, I've literally seen that the new sauce is terrible. It looks like they're, like, desperately trying to recreate the, like, Rick and Morty sauce. Oh yeah, it's daylight savings time, chat. We still have that. Unfortunately, we still have that. Oh, you were under height for it? Oh, that sucks. I'm jealous of, I don't think Arizona has it. I'm jealous of the states and the countries that don't participate in daylight savings time. You have no idea. I am so jelly. Yeah, they're pretty rude to do it on the weekend. See, it's just a trash system. It's garbage. Garbage. Man, it's like all the quality is decreased, and yet they're charging you like 7 times more. Fast food is so ungodly expensive. And it's like cups are smaller, fries, they give you less fries. Happy Meal toys are cheap dog shit. What are we doing? We used to be a proper country. I think about the, I can't remember. It's like a Taco Bell burrito. When it was introduced many years ago, it was like 89 cents, and now it's up to like $3.73. Gonna go grab my pitchfork real quick. Work the extra hour, bruh. This is not a great Outbreak spot, by the way. I don't know if I've said that, but it's not. I really wish the Outbreaks... This particularly in Blueberry, there's so many Outbreaks that are, like, bumped up against a mountain or, like, a cliff, and it just sucks. It's always bad. It is always bad. It's like, can we just, like, pick a side here? At least I have music here. It's not just wind howling. That was actually starting to bother me. I considered turning the sound off and putting a YouTube playlist on. Yeah, we're not getting a ton of spawns either. This is random chat, but has anybody tried the Coke spice? The spiced Coke? Apparently there's 2 versions. They have like a raspberry spiced one and just a spiced one. I haven't tried the raspberry one, but the spiced one is pretty good. It made you sick? Oh no. Sick from like the flavor or the Burger King Men in Black toys on eBay? That's awesome that anything even remotely retro now costs $500. Even if it's a cheap plastic toy from 1999. Awesome. Yeah, you know how Coke always occasionally puts out new flavors, chat? They have a new one. It's spiced. So not spiced as in spicy, but spiced as in like... It's kind of like a, you know, a Red Hot or like a Fireball candy. It isn't like spicy, but it's spicy. I thought it was pretty good. See, that's like, you gotta release your new flavors to get everybody to talk about them. Oreo has had some interesting ones lately. They just put out Dirt Cake. Which is kind of confusing because usually Dirt Cake is made with Oreos. But sure. It's got like 2 layers of chocolate in it, and the cookie has some, I don't want to say sprinkles, but it's supposed to look like the gummy worms in Dirt Cake. Dirt Cake rules. Yeah, Oreo flavored Oreos. We really are breaking new ground. Oreo flavored Oreos. I saw they had, I haven't seen them in stores, but if I see them, I'll get them. They have honey mustard Pringles. That sounds good, right? Or am I off base? I don't know. Honey mustard's great. I love honey mustard. I do enjoy Pringles. I would try them. Kit Kat cake. Kit Kats are pretty good on their own, honestly. Yeah, I guess you better fork over 200 bucks. Jeez. I'd like to get all the keychains from the original Pokemon Burger King promo. That'll probably cost me $5,000 now. Yeah, you can't really go wrong with Kit Kats. They're good. What's up, Adam? Someone took it from your desk? I have a very similar experience, except I had the Kabuto water gun. It was a squishy Kabuto toy, which, you know, I enjoy things about every gen of Pokemon, but I do kind of miss when Pokemon like Kabuto would get into a McDonald's promo. But it was a little Kabuto squishy water gun. And one of the kids in my class who was always thieving, she was always taking stuff from everybody. But she left it in her desk, so I just immediately grabbed it right back. But yeah, shout out to Kabuto. That's my goat right there. I still have that water gun figure. I still have it. Why is Grookey over here, dude? Hisui Sneasel, nice. I really miss a lot of the early, like, Gen 1 into Gen 2 era merchandise. Gen 3 as well. Gen 3 had some great early merch. My Kabuto gun. That sounds so threatening. Let me see if I can find an image. Kabuto Burger King. It's so funny. Here you go. There's two pictures. So you could kind of wear it like a ring. So the water gun was on the top of the shell, and then underneath you could kind of wear it like a ring. It was great. They don't make them like that anymore, chat. Back in my day, we had Kabuto water guns. I still have it, yes. I still have it. I kept all my Pokemon stuff. I never got rid of any of my Pokemon stuff. Unless I've sold it. I never threw any of it away. I never was forced to give it to anybody. Ban on Pokemon stuff. I remember, like, maybe first or second grade, the teacher confiscating, like, trading cards. I also remember having a Bulbasaur pencil sharpener. They used to make a lot more, like, school supplies for kids back when Pokemon first blew up. So you would have, like... I have a lot of Neopets stationery, too. Notebooks and stuff like that. So you would have your folders, your pencil sets. I have a Golem eraser. See, like, when's the last time Golem got anything? Can you... like... There's something about that I miss. I still have that Golem eraser, too. I think I carried it around with me for a time. This is why I like this is why Golem is fine, but Graveler. I don't care for Graveler, but Golem's my goat. Yeah, I really do miss a lot. They get it all the time in Japan. Like, they literally just released a Gibble toothbrush holder. Which I will get, but it probably won't fit my electric toothbrush. It will maybe hold, like, a pencil or something. I don't want to get it grimy and full of toothpaste and water anyway, but... They get plenty of practical stuff and, like, jewelry and stuff in the Japanese Pokemon Center, but... I guess they've released a lot of, like, kitchen stuff, but... If you ever order, like, anything breakable or fragile from the Pokemon Center, good luck. They don't package fragile stuff with any extra care. They'll just throw it into the box, so... You have to hope that your ceramic plate doesn't get thrown about in the delivery truck. Fidget spinners. The era of the fidget spinner. There's like a million different kinds of those types of toys now, like stimulating, like the bubble pops and the things of that sort. I mean, we had those, I remember, like, squish balls, like, stress balls. The kid deleted his red file. That's so disrespectful. I would be so mad. What's up, Vortex? I still mourn my Pokemon Crystal save file that I accidentally deleted, not knowing what I was doing with a action replay or a Game Shark or something. Rest in peace, my Mewtwo that had, like, Flamethrower, Blizzard, Thunderbolt. You were the greatest of them all. Six Entei at one point? That's awesome. That's so cool. I remember renting N64 games from Blockbuster as a child. Yeah, Blockbuster just had, like, good vibes. It really is a shame that it's just dead and gone. What's up, Destruggle? What stores are, like, fun anymore? Like, we don't have Toys R Us. KB Toys is gone. I just feel like there's a void of fun stores. I think it's in, isn't it in Alaska, Destruggle? The like one of the few remaining Blockbusters. Which in remote Alaska, they probably need that. What else is there to do? Yeah, imagine if they bought Netflix. Now Netflix gets to live on and make its own awful decisions. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that great? Bend, Oregon. You say Oregon or Oregon, chat? Oregon. Oregon the Relentless. Borgon. I've never been to Oregon, so I don't know. Oregon. Yeah, they get. I know. Like Washington gets a lot of. Forks, Washington makes me think of Twilight. I know they get a lot of rain. There's lots of forests and trees and stuff. I saw this. I don't know if this tweet is bullshit. I didn't like fact check it. Let me find it real quick. But it was like a map of the US, and it was what other country you share climate with. I apparently share climate with Japan. Which, from what I know, seems to check out. I love how most of Canada is Russia. That definitely tracks. You get a little sliver of, like, Eastern Europe and Mongolia, and the rest is Russia. Wisconsin is Russia. But that's fun. Ukraine. Portugal. Also, Taiwan being for Florida is funny. I know it can get incredibly humid there, so... This is not a good outbreak. I don't know how did they pick for China? China is such a massive, massive place. Multiple different time zones. Yeah, China is ginormous. Like I said, I didn't like fact check that or anything, so don't hold me to it if it's a bunch of bullshit. You really think people would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? Yeah, I'm sure they're talking more like Tokyo and not Sapporo, you know. Or like a lot of the tropical islands in Japan. Like, I know they have, like, typhoon season. That's crazy to have a typhoon season. I guess you could say that the East Coast has, like, a hurricane season, but... Well, Florida definitely does. That's, you know, those states definitely do, but how often they come up the East Coast and really do that much damage is not a consistent thing. Watching Arthur's goated. I love Arthur. The funniest thing in the world is that when they showed all the Arthur characters grown up, DW was a cop. That is the funniest thing anyone's ever done. That is so funny. That is so deadly accurate. DW would become a cop. That's so accurate. I don't know about, like, Toph. I've seen some compelling arguments for why they did Toph the way they did, but DW 100%. Binky wasn't always a bad guy. Binky is what... I actually really like Binky. Binky was a character that often got peer pressured by the cooler, older bullies. I actually don't remember. There are a few episodes where he was mean, but he wasn't, like, unredeemable. Which is a funny sentence about an animated cartoon child. I don't know, what is Binky? I don't know what animal Binky is. People seem to not... I keep seeing... I literally saw a post the other day that was like, I had no idea Francine was a monkey. How did you not know? How did you not know? Yeah, is he like a bulldog? Binky became a weather reporter. Good for him, man. A hippo? He's a bulldog? That tracks. That makes sense. That makes sense. I remember being legitimately sad when Buster moved away, by the way. Like, as a kid that moved, like, not, like, every now and then. It's like, man, this is too close to home. This is too close to home. Oh, I own a lot of the Arthur books. I had Arthur books as a child. I had Arthur books before I even watched the show. Arthur looked very different. He looked more like an aardvark. I don't want to say they yassified him for the show, but they definitely took away his more... They took away his snoot. They de-snooted him. This might be a weird thing to say, but the Arthur books had that type of, like, glossy page that I really like. As a kid, I remember specific books that had glossy pages that I like to touch and turn. I don't know why that sticks out in my mind, but when I think about the Arthur books, that's like the first thing I think of. It's like, he's had some good pages. And then Arthur went on to go look like Peanut Butter Gamer. Incredible. I liked a lot of those shows. Like, I liked Clifford. Remember when they made a live-action Clifford? That really wasn't that long ago. What was her name? Emily Elizabeth? And then they had T-Bone and Cleo. Yeah, I have all the Arthur books where he looked very much like an aardvark. How many kids learned what an aardvark was because of Arthur? See, stuff like that could actually, like, teach children. That's what's so fun about it. Pokemon, too. You know, things like Ammonite being an Ammonite. Taking inspiration from real-life things. Dog Zygarde has a pom-pom purin butt? I didn't even realize that. Hot take, I don't like Dog Zygarde. I don't like any Zygardes except for the original Snake Zygarde and the Power Rangers Zygarde. I don't really like the cell. I don't like the dog. Hot take. Why does it just randomly turn into a dog? Well, actually, you see, it's part of Idrisil's Tree of Life. Actually, there's a dog, so... I have Esper, but I'm missing... Hold on. I'm missing Meowstick. I'm missing both. So either gender is fine. I'm going for Meowstick, mostly. Or 100%ly. Because of Deoxys. That's great. Whoops. You could have learned DNA from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Dino DNA. Uh-oh. We good? Every time the game freezes like this. You never know. You actually never know. Yeah, it's like, why did they choose the forms for Zygarde that they chose? And then they just dumped it into Sun and Moon and were like, yep, go collect all the cells. Maybe that's why I don't particularly care for Cell Zygarde, because it was always such a chore. Yeah, there really is a lot. It's funny, Zygarde simultaneously has a lot going on and nothing going on. You know what I mean? Like, it has a lot of forms, and some potentially interesting lore, but at the same time, they've never bothered to actually explain any of it. It never got its, well, until now, it never got its own, like, game. It was relegated to the next generation because they didn't have time to do anything for it in Gen 6. Definitely one of the more interesting third legendary Pokemon. I like Zygarde. I always have. But I like Xerneas and Evital too. Please don't give them really ugly, horrendous origin forms, Game Freak. Please don't make them ugly and bad. We get like a Dialga origin form for Xerneas and Evital. I will be so sad. The best legendary since Ho-Oh and Lugia? No. Groudon and Kyogre are there. Reshiram and Zekrom are there. I completely disagree with that. Like, Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza are the best trio of legendaries of all time. I really like Reshiram and Zekrom, too. Yin and Yang, black and white. That's an awesome theme. I mean, I can't make as solid of a case for Kyurem. I mean, Kyurem is kind of like Zygarde, where there's a lot of hinted lore, but they didn't really do anything with it. And in Black and White, too, they gave it ugly fusions. They did the same shit that they did with Solgaleo and Lunala. They're like, what if we just give them ugly, clunky other forms? Okay, that hitbox is a little iffy, game. Yeah, when I think of, like, legendary, Groudon and Kyogre are so big, powerful, and scary. Kyogre is a terrifying Pokemon. Groudon's scary, too. The fact that they affect the entire world. Yeah, I would agree with that. I like Kyurem White and Black more than I like the dog shit ass Necrozma bullshit. Yeah, not having gyro control. I can't believe I was able to pull that one out, by the way. And then when I had to, like, access the portal to get to Necrozma, I somehow managed to get there with little to no effort. It was a true miracle. The game gave me a solid one there because I was so done. The Mantine surfing is one of the few times I've legitimately raged on stream. Yeah. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. More like Ultra Poo and Ultra Bad. I think I might have cut a lot of that out of the VOD. I can't remember. I don't don't know. It's every time that happens, I always feel like I'm in an awkward place. On one hand, it's funny, but on the other hand, I don't like want to be like super negative. I don't know. It's like Pokemon Conquest, which I figured a solution for that, chat. And by figured a solution, I mean I found an action replay where I can get a lot of skill points. Action replay code. But I don't know. Yeah, it's on my VOD channel. The story in the legendary Pokemon. I like the story in Sun and Moon. I did not care for any of the changes they made in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Original Sun and Moon are pretty good. Flawed, but I think they're pretty good. They're better than Gen 6. They're better than X and Y. Also, remembering those two... God. They're definitely going to have them as ancestors in PLZA. What are Dexio and Cena? Those characters are complete trash. Truly, what were they thinking? Yeah, simultaneously streaming on YouTube means YouTube automatically has the VODs, so that's really nice. So every stream, ever since I've been dual streaming on YouTube, is available on the live tab on my YouTube channel. Dexio and Cena feel like Dora the Explorer characters. I swear to God, they're so stupid and goofy. They're like dressed as superheroes, and you're supposed to like not figure it. What the fuck are they? Like, legitimately, what are those characters supposed to be? I'm gonna play through X and Y before PLZA comes out. I don't know if I want to do a randomizer or a vanilla playthrough. I'm almost thinking maybe I could do both, although that means I have to play through Gen 6 twice. Anything from before YouTube is on the VOD channel. Well, select stuff. I didn't save everything. Yeah, it's Pokemon Legends ZA, so PLZA, I guess. I think my Ultra Moon playthrough is on the VOD channel. Yeah, like, I don't even remember... I just remember finding them annoying. They felt like very childish, silly characters. And like, yeah, Pokemon's for kids. Yeah, I get it. But they just, like, they were vibe killers. I did not like them at all. And then they showed back up on Alola, and it's like, boo! Take your dumpy asses back to Kalos. Boo! It's hard to guess right now. Are we just gonna get new Mega Evolutions, or are we gonna get regional forms like PLZ? Now I want to say PLZA. PLA. God damn it. Or are we gonna get both? The coolest forest in a Pokemon game? I might be a Pokemon boomer, but I want to say Viridian. Viridian is such an effective first dungeon area. Gen 5 has a few good ones. More megas, less regionals. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll be like Scarlet and Violet, where they're like, you get regional Wooper and Tauros, and that's it. Yeah, Pinwheel is really nice. I like all the logs and stuff in Gen 5. Like, Gen 5 actually feels like you're exploring. It's not just all flat land. Like, there's shortcuts and twists and turns. Gen 5 is so not linear. At least in a lot of, like, the design of lots of places. Like, you still go in a circle. It's circular. Spherical. Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna get both. Yeah, and then we have Diglett and Wiglet and Toadscool, who are... What even is the official classification for them? I know Riddlercoo wants everybody to call them RF fakes. I don't know, I'm gonna keep repeating this, but like, they really did not show us a lot, so it's hard to speculate when they gave us such a tiny little crumb. Like, are we in the future? Are we in the past? How is the game gonna play in just one city? Like, we need more info. Mid-pass. So you mean like the 70s? Yeah, that was a fun Pokemon Presents, because we were all so blown away. Nobody predicted that. Pokemon Presents are really like a roller coaster, chat. It started and we're going up. We're slowly inching up. The track is pulling the cart up. And then right before they revealed PLA, we're at the top, and then boom. There we went. Need to replay PLA? Who knows? Maybe you'll be able to get Enamorus and whoever else you need from PLZA. Only new forest for Gengar, Mewtwo, Lucario, Charizard, and Gardevoir. There's no... I don't know about the others. Maybe Mewtwo. But they definitely will have a third Charizard Mega Evolution. There's no way they won't. Like, I'm 100% confident that this will happen. I would bet money. I would put real dollary dues on Charizard Z being a thing. I think the name is really stupid, chat. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I think Z-A is an incredibly dumb name. They should have just called it Pokemon Legends Z and been done with it. I don't know why they have to keep... I don't know why they had to get fancy with it. Yeah, there's no way Charizard doesn't get a new Mega Evolution. Oh man, that means we're gonna get Megas back in the trading card game, and I hated that era of TCG. That was like the Gen 6 era of like those awful golden cards. Ugh. And the Mega Evolutions with the Japanese text on them. Flop. Kingdom Hearts level naming. The break cards were so trash, Justin. They're awful. They better, please do not bring those back, man. Oh no. Zygarde to Arceus. Tyler's big brain and some theories right now. I was like, holy shit, it's already 3 in the morning. Oh yeah, it's daylight savings time. Kingdom Hearts 2.8. It's funny that they don't ever do themselves any favors with the naming stuff. Like, Kingdom Hearts has a reputation for being overly convoluted. And in some aspects it absolutely is. But they just don't, they've never done themselves any favors with those, the way they title games. Like, I don't know what happened between, like, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And then they made 3. And then there's just a billion other games with convoluted names. Pokemon 365. I think having a ton of... I've always wanted to check out the Kingdom Hearts games, but first of all, they're Epic exclusives, so no. If they ever come to Steam, maybe. But... I don't know, I don't want to play like 5... It's like when a show has 1,000 episodes, you know what I mean? When you have a franchise, it's probably intimidating for people who are new to Pokemon. You have 9 generations worth of Pokemon games to get through. But when a franchise has like 1,000 games, it's pretty intimidating. Yeah, I've heard that too, Heart. I've heard that it's like you want to play like Birth by Sleep and maybe like 1 or 2 more. And then they also tie in like mobile stuff, which is always a horrendous choice. But if I don't play the mobile game, how will I find out who Zigbar is? Start with the newest one. Yeah, that's probably... I mean, people come in here and are like, what Pokemon game should I play? And it's... that's an awkward question, because it's like... most good Pokemon games are very expensive secondhand, or you have to emulate them. It's such an awkward question. I never know how to really respond to it. Like, I can't really, in full confidence, be like, yeah, you should play Scarlet and Violet. It's quite simple, really. I think the Kingdom Hearts games are charming enough. I've always liked Sora. I always thought Sora was a fun, cute character. What Pokemon movie you should watch? That's an easier conversation considering I haven't seen most of the latter Pokemon movies, and I can easily be like, Pokemon 3. That's the best one. They'll still see SV as a broken mess. Yeah, it's like, I don't have a good... Like, what am I supposed to say? I could say PLA, but a lot of fan... I don't know! Like, I don't know. PLA is not like any other Pokemon game. I also think it's a deeply flawed game within itself. Like, there's no good solution for Switch Pokemon. I could never recommend Pogo. I want to say something insanely gatekeepy. I just had the world's most gamer gatekeep thing thought in my entire life. I mean, back when Pogo first came out, sure, it was a lot of fun. Great. Modern Pogo? No. And Pogo has a lot more problems than just, like, it's so pay to win. Niantic is just dog shit. Niantic's a dog shit company. Who even plays? I ask myself that a lot. I am regularly asked about Pogo, and I'm like, what is enticing about this game that is keeping you all playing it? Yeah, it's so pay to win. And even if it wasn't, every event they've hosted for the past few years has just been garbage. Like, oh boy, Sinnoh Tour. Yawn. Oh boy, Landorus is back in the raid rotation. Yawn. I don't know, like... I certainly have some thoughts about it, but I also don't want to be like... You can enjoy whatever you want, but, you know... And it's like they're like, oh, you can get Marshadow at Pogo Fest. It's like the way they're jumping all over the place and leaving gaps in the Pokedexes is so annoying to me. Where the fuck is Manaphy? It's like it took them like so long to figure out Kecleon. What are they gonna do for Arceus? They still haven't introduced the Gen 8 starters. Like, that shit's trash. I legitimately believe this, chat. They don't let us shiny hunt mythicals in the games because they want you to get them from Pogo for a paid ticket. That's my biggest tinfoil hat theory. That's why Manaphy was locked in both BDSP and PLA. Because they want you to pay for it in Pogo. So that alone makes me detest the game. That alone is just like, I fully 100% believe that. I say tinfoil, but I really don't think it's that crazy of a of a thing. And that shit sucks. That absolutely sucks. I mean, Pogo makes so much money, though. They are probably making serious bank by just letting Niantic shit out the same regurgitated stuff every month. Yeah, riding Koraidon does look uncomfortable. It is so... Again, it's so crazy to me that they are just now doing Pogo shit in the anime. Where the fuck was this, like, 7 or 8 years ago? Why did they sit on their asses for so long after the hype wave was over to start putting Pogo in mainstream stuff? Yeah, chat, you wanna see the weird anime Professor Willow? I said Professor Willow looks like a celebrity cameo in Arthur. Let me find it. God, I need to clean out my subscriptions. I subscribe to so much junk. Let me pause, YouTube. There you go. Like, why are they doing this in the current year? I disagree, Justin. The Mythicals might be a one-time ticket, but think of how many people probably bought Mew. An insane amount. Like, they're absolutely making tons of money from these mythical tickets. Yeah, he looks like Matt Damon on Arthur, straight up. Also, why is he always have a Gimme Ghoul? Stay away from him. Gimme Ghoul, get behind me. Get away from her. Get a job. I think you're too focused on the whales, Justin. I think your average person is way more likely to buy a mythical ticket than they are 50 raid passes. Oh yeah, Pogo is a shell of its former self. It is still popular. It still makes money. But to say that it had any... It's keeping the numbers from, like... the first few years of its life. No way. Yeah, Niantic's done so many anti-consumer, just... They're a terrible company. I don't know, chat. You want a real piece of advice? If you're still into Pogo, the best time to have with Pogo is if you spoof. Go download Moo and download like one of the Pogo things and spoof to your little heart's content. You don't need any remote raid passes if you can just teleport there immediately. Struggling to get 100 IV Pokemon? Go to a Discord that has an entire list of them. Yeah, it was all the pandemic stuff they rolled back that really killed the momentum. I mean, they killed the momentum. They were still, you know... It's very hard to keep a consistent big fan base. That's for anything. And then if you spoof, you can put all your Pokemon in gyms and try to get coins and not pay them a dime. Actually, spoofing is against the rules. I think spoofers should be lit on fire, actually. Some people probably do think that. Spoofing in my Pokemon Go? You should be publicly executed. I'll tell you a little secret, chat. If you ever do spoof, you have to live by this. You have to follow these rules. Do not spoof around the world without the cooldown. See, this is how they get you. If you like spoof to Hong Kong and then immediately go to Tokyo, they're gonna get you. You have to wait for there's a cooldown. Or so I've heard. Huh. Yeah, think of the poor corporations. Think of poor John Hankey and his $1 million San Francisco business. The cooldown depends on how many miles you spoof. It's typically 2 hours. Yeah, Justin knows it's 2 hours. You're gonna get caught if you download like third-party shit to like analyze your Pokemon. I remember I had a third-party app when I was still playing. And they gave me a warning. I didn't even realize it was against the rules. This was like early Pogo. Yeah, so a lot of those like Pogo spoof things, they actually will have a cooldown timer for you. So you don't go... As long as you adhere to that, you're fine. And then in Greece, if you're dumb and you ignore the 2-hour cooldown, then what can be done? You have to adhere to that. You cannot break that or they will get you. I mean, you could chill you could chill wherever. If you wanted to go back to where you live, that would just be a, you know, your cooldown. You could act and pretend like you lived in San Francisco. You could just be in San Francisco all the time if you wanted to. I mean, a lot of spoofers legitimately shiny hunt. You get feeds of 100 IV Pokemon and people will go down. So here's the thing with the cooldown. If you don't do anything, it doesn't matter. If you catch a Pokemon or use a berry or something, that's what starts your cooldown. If it's like a community day and you're looking for 100% shiny Porygon, you can go around and check them. You can look at them, you can check them. But it only counts if you catch one. So in some of the shiny servers I'm in, people post, you know, Pogo 100 IV shinies, because especially during community day, it's very easy to do. Especially if you spoof, because think of how many extra community day hours you get. Like, you could start off in New Zealand, and then you can work your way back over to Asia, and then you can do Europe, and then you can do the US, and then if you're done with the US, you could go hit, like, Hawaii, and that's it. Yeah, that's absolutely a good way to get regionals, which is such a dumb anti-fun thing that Pogo has. Imagine spoofing to Africa just to catch Tropius. I always wondered about all the Go Battle League people. Like, if you're about to enter a tournament, I would absolutely spoof. Like, I need a perfect 1500 Metacham ASAP. Made the game fun. Yeah, there's definitely, like... I mean, you can explore cities and places you've never been to. You know, so I've heard. So I've heard. Man, I admire anyone that can, put up with the Pogo PFP, or PvP. PFP. Isn't Twitter. I've spent more coins on storage than anything in the entire game, Midnight. I've spent so many coins on the artificial storage that they put in, the limit they put in the game. It's so bullshit. And I like to hoard. I like to hoard resources in video games, so that is specifically anti-silver technology that they implement. That's why I hate being over-encumbered in video games so much. It drives me insane. Let me pick up my little trinkets. Let me carry 1,000 doodads. It's not real. Yeah, there's nothing worse than paying for storage. Like, instead of a accessory for your trainer, why don't I just go buy 3 things of storage for both items and Pokemon? And if you spoof to, like, San Francisco or Paris or Tokyo, you are 100% gonna run out of bag space. It's also a great way to ensure you never run out of Pokeballs ever again. Or to see, like, a lot of the, especially in Japan, a lot of people pop the Gimme Ghoul gold stop thing so you can get coins. You know, again, so I've heard. God, there's nothing in the world more irritating than when you take down an empty, like, Pokemon that have been sitting in a gym forever, and when you take it down, they immediately try to fight it and take it back. Nothing will get you caught unless you break the cooldown timer. They're not checking stuff like that. They don't care. You will only get flagged if you break the cooldown timer. Yeah, territorial pogo players. That's a perfect way to say that. It's like, whoa, take it easy, man. I have legitimately, like, sat for, like, 20 minutes and just gold-fed and bury my Pokemon I just put in a gym. I like to usually put, like, fun things in gyms, but if somebody is, like, being an asshole, in goes the Blissey, you know? And I will sit there, and I will gold bury it. Hello, you just met an immovable object. Good night, Too Hard. Have a good one. God, I've had some, which is funny because the gym I used to have this happen to is gone. Half the gyms around me have just vanished, chat. Ooh, I know who that is. Who's that Pokemon? Yep, that's Goth. That would be Gothitelle. That's a good one. That is a good one. It's Pikachu! Yeah, it's got Gen 5 all have like a reverb. All the Gen 5 cries have some sort of like echo. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, the gym that... I remember walking there one day, and then it immediately got taken over. I was so mad. I think it was a bus stop. So maybe some... My running theory is that a parent complained and got that gym taken down. That is my running theory. I've also seen a lot of Pokestops get turned into gyms. Yeah, it was either a parent or like some stuffy like homeowners association. But yeah, one of the gyms that I would always walk to when Pogo first came out, one day it just vanished. It wasn't even replaced with a stop, it was just gone. It is kind of funny how aggressive I've seen people behave. Like, oh, all Team Valor players are shit. Oh, all Team Instinct players are blah blah blah. Like, people love putting themselves into a little category and then getting mad at the other categories. I say this as if I'm immune. I've definitely, like, sworn at Mystic players before. Like, oh, of course, the Mystic players are trying to take the gem. But some people definitely are like, maybe it's not that serious. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of, like, churches and schools and stuff like that stopped. I'm Valor. I liked Candela the most. I like all 3 legendary birds. So I actually had to really ponder over it. But I liked Candela the most, so I went with her. I wish there was a green team. I would have gone with the green one. I'm sad they never introduced any more teams. Yeah, I mean, when Pogo first came out, all the stories were like people trespassing. There's a Pokestop in the Holocaust Museum. Yeah, Spark just wasn't it, man. So that's like the Hufflepuff of Pokemon Go teams. No Pokemon. Yeah, no kidding. Like, imagine you're a coffee shop or an independent, you know, it's any sort of independent business. You could be like, look, kids, we have Pokemon Go. Which they've done that for, like, Starbucks and I think they did, like, Verizon. Also, I like Arlo. Arlo is my favorite of the Team Go Rocket goons. I never lose, says guy that's lost hundreds of times. I honestly like Arlo a lot. I don't know, the other two are just big muscle man and generic evil lady. But Arlo is, like, kind of pitiful. I don't know how to describe him. I don't know. I like Arlo's, like, cringe vibes. Yeah, Arlo is definitely the most unique. Because we've had Muscle Man and we've had Pretty Lady on, like, every villainous team. But Arlo is definitely the most unique. can't even remember. Cliff? Ugh. He's kind of scary, legitimately. Like, when you beat him and he, like, yells, it's like, whoa. Take it easy, man. When's the last time they brought back Jesse and James? How did they never do any other evil teams, chat? How did they never introduce, like, Archie, Maxie, Aqua, Magma? Yeah, I mean, that's just it. Like, nothing Niantic has added in the game the past many years has been worth a damn. It's all just recycled bullshit content. With, like, one or two new Pokemon thrown in there. Like, oh boy, the Sinnoh Tour. I can catch ugly-ass Origin Palkia and Dialga. Great. Ooh, between the two Axolotls... They both have great shinies. I gotta go Wooper. But I do love Mudkip. Both are good. I don't know, part of me mourns that Pogo never chose to grow and become better. Like, I remember when it first came out, I was so excited for updates and... Like, it's a legitimately fun idea. And if it was executed better, it could be great, but it's just... They've gotten complacent. Yeah, I can't wait to catch Mareep. Oh boy, another Charmander throwback community day. Woohoo! Oh boy, Charizard's back with his dumb little hat. I don't know. It could be something great and they choose complacency. Imagine that, chat. Imagine a Pokemon game that could be great, but they choose to prioritize profit over creativity. Huh. That would never happen. Didn't have enough balls. Oh my god. I remember an early Pogo for like Dratini Community Day, I ran out of Pokeballs and I bought some and it felt disgusting. I felt like I had just committed a crime, like I had betrayed myself. This was like early Pogo. I would never, I don't even play anymore, but I would never give them money anymore either. Even if I did go back. But like, I think something in me changed that day. Yeah, that was the last ticket I bought too. And that's the thing, like, they entice you with these mythicals and then it's like, you have to slave on the game for like the next 6 months to get it. Like with Mew, they wanted you to be level 40. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. That was insane bullshit. I couldn't get Mew for years because it takes so long to level up in Pogo. Like, why would they do that? Like, they want their cake, they want to eat it too. Like, we want them to feel like a challenge, so you have to be level 5,000 in order to get it. Bunch of garbage. kill himself with Memento. No. I miss when Pokemon felt rare. Yeah, Justin, I'm kind of in the same, like, mindset. I miss it a little bit. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's some sort of happy medium we could have, and it hasn't happened yet. I mean, Gen 5 is one of the best games because they introduced the repel thing. That was such a good quality of life thing. I don't know. I have no problem with it, but also it's, you know, as long as you remember to actually have repels, it's great. And if you're playing on an emulator, you can speed up. It's one of the best parts about playing on an emulator, you know, so I've heard. Is that you can assign the speed up button to like L and then go brrrr. It really is crazy to watch how much RPGs have kind of changed. I love when Miraidon just humps the air. Miraidon going crazy right now. Why does this one look vaguely? I know it's not. Esper's very pink, but sometimes they look fake pink. I don't know, I guess that's why I'm so intrigued. Like, I really want to learn more about PLA. How are you gonna do encounters in a city and stuff like that? I will be seated for the next trailer. Not for Xurkitree, Rotom would be the coolest electric Pokemon. Electabuzz exists. I would definitely put Electabuzz up there. I do like Rotom and Xurkitree, though. They're both great. Electric is a very strong type. There's a lot of great electric Pokemon. You mean like a strength puzzle? I hope PLZA has more puzzles and side content, chat. I need these games to be less empty. Give me more stuff to do that isn't just catching Pokemon. Give me more places to explore. Actually, a reason to explore. PLA had side quests, so I'm hopeful that that's something they'll have in PLZA. I like Emolga a lot too. I wish it had a better shiny though. Oh god, the looker stuff. Ugh. I forgot that brainwashed girl had like a goofy costume. God, what the hell were they going for in Gen 6? They really just flung a bunch of shit at the wall and let it splatter everywhere. Can I give you a hot... I don't know. Is this a hot take? I don't like the episode... What is it? Generations that they adapt of that and she kicks Esper. I legitimately don't like that. I fucking hate all those characters. I hate Looker. I hate that stupid woman. It's like, oh boy, I love seeing cats get kicked. Awesome. Thanks for that. And then you have, like, gimmick Twitter accounts that are like, oh, remember that time that a Pokemon got kicked? Just like a weird bit of violence that I just did not enjoy. Like, I hope that Esper, ESPs that stupid woman in Looker's brain so they explode, actually. That would be great. Yeah, it was just needlessly edgy. I don't know, and like Esper is a cat. It's like if they, I don't know. I don't like animal violence. If it was like Scovillain, who's a weird pepper monster, like I don't know. It's like dogs, like with dogs, I feel like dogs in anime often get like abused and it's like, this is just bad. I don't like this. I don't know. It's like, it's also just like shit writing. It's like, oh, she's a villain now. She's evil. How are we gonna show that? Have her kick her cat. Okay. Great writing, fellas. You're killing it. It's like the MCU stuff where you have a villain that has... She doesn't even have a good point. X and Y is written like trash. It's like, we have a villain. How do we show how they're evil and that you shouldn't actually be rooting for them? Have them blow up an orphanage. Let's have them kick a puppy to death. It's just lazy ass writing. Yeah, Muna gets, like, attacked. And I feel like it had more of a point there to show you that team, God, I always want to call them Galactic. Why did they go with two, like, white knight-looking teams in a row? Or two teams that have white in their uniforms. I can't... Oh, God. This is what happens when you play through a Pokemon game in Japanese. Team Skull, Team Galactic, Team Plasma, thank you. Why are they even called Plasma? They should be like the Humans for Pokemon Rights Company. It was to show that they're full of shit. Like, they're advocating for Pokemon's rights, but they're cruel. I mean, of course... I'm just saying I don't like it. I don't need to have, like, animal violence in my children's thing, you know? Just because it happens in real life. Like, a lot of awful, horrendous, terrible shit happens every day. There's certain things that if they happen in a show, I won't watch it. And I am well within my right to do that. It was pretending it would address. Pokemon just having a surface level, empty, weak message? No way. Imagine if they did that many generations later, but they try to discuss bullying instead. That would be embarrassing. But you know what's not embarrassing? This pink Esper. Oh my goodness. Can these crabs go away? Fellas. Fellas. It's Esper time. It is Esper time. A pink lady. A pink lady. Alright, well that took a long time, but hey. Esper friend. See, I was just defending you, Esper. I was laying my life on the line. I was putting my hot takes out there for you. You know, I was literally thinking of that JoJo episode when I was talking about, like, dogs that get incinerated in cartoons, like... Wow, this is fucking miserable. Alright. Oh, I think this is female, so we're gonna get female Meowstick. Yeah, that really is kind of funny though, right? That they're like gonna address, they have an evil group that's against people owning Pokemon. And they just had like nothing to say about it. Pokemon like fighting, actually. This evolves so early. Oh my god. Oh, Esper is so cute. What a nice shiny. I love Esper and Meowstick. Alright, let me go heal, and then we'll, go walk around with Meowstick. Meowstick is classy. Unlike trash like Jellicent, where it's like female, lipstick, happy, pink, male, blue, sad. Meowstick's a classy Pokemon. Meowstick's all about that class, you know? I mean, Gen 6 actually had a few good ones. Pyroar I like a lot, too. They were cooking with with that in Gen 6. Look at her go! You can hear the little pitter-pats of her paws. Meowstick kind of has Sanrio energy. I love Meowstick. Ah, cute! Cool. Alright, let me mark that down. I typed in meow. So I have Meowth. Now I have Meowstic. I need Meowscarada, Alolan Meowth, and Galarian Meowth. Just typed in meow. Alright, so that's 705 that I'm at right now. Nice. Yeah, in Gen 1, a lot of trainers had whips, something that would never happen now. So I got two good ones today. I got Dash, let's take Dash Bun out. I haven't taken Dash Bun out. Roof, roof. Its back kind of grosses me out. All the, like, folds in its back. Oh my god. Dashbun is running like it has an injury in its foot. I was not expecting this. Is it drunk? Why is it running like this, chat? What the hell? Are you okay? Yeah, it has back abs. It's running like it has like a bum foot or something. What the hell? Well, the thing about Pokemon is they're not real, so hope that helps. Why does Dashbun run like this? That's so funny. What a weird Pokemon. It's too overdone. It got baked in the oven too long, chat. Yeah, it should be moving faster. That's so weird. You want to see Varoom again? Alright. Is it time to go fast? Gotta go fast! Gotta go fast! Gotta go faster, faster, faster! No, I ran into a Pyroar and died. The speed demon was not meant for this world, chat. It was not meant for this world. I'm hoping next week I can get Smoliv to show up. I think tomorrow we'll do a Dynamax stream, chat, so Dynamax Adventures tomorrow. And then finish Conquest for realsies. And do more Outbreaks next week. I'm getting some really good ones marked off the list, though. I have been productive in my shiny hunting, so... Let me put my Shemush back on. Nope, that's not what I want. I need to get Reveroom. Maybe if Varoom shows up, I can try to get another one and get Reveroom done. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, chat. Don't forget it's daylight savings time. It's late, but it's not that like it's it's weirdly late. Is there anything else? No, I think we're good here. Check out the Discord. You can share your own shinies, blah blah dee, blah blah blah. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, all the lurkers. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for some Dynamaxing. That'll be fun. Good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the gift subs, the raid, and the follows. And I'll see you guys later. Good night, everybody.